Hello, friend, welcome. If you've been called to serve in assisted living, we know that Florida licensing rules and regulations, coupled with the zoning ordinances, could be so confusing. In this video, I'm going to talk about what are some strategies that will help you navigate the confusion and the correct steps to take in the research phase, and also mistakes and pitfalls to avoid. Because we know some of us can get stuck in that searching phase and we spend too much time not knowing where to start, how to begin. And just when we know we had enough information, we find that something changed and now we're confused all over again. And so you can see how you can get stuck in that loop. This video will help you get out of that loop. Out of all my years of helping my clients get their license on first inspection throughout the state of Florida, I have figured out the right strategies that it takes so that you could get out of that research phase and actually start to implement and ultimately open your ALF, bring in your residents, and start making a difference for your residents and for yourself. Quality of life for yourself matters too. So we're going to go over what is the correct starting point when you are researching information about starting an assisted living or group home in Florida. I don't know how many times I've said it. If I were to start all over again, I would find myself community. And I know it's easier said than done because when I got into the business, I couldn't find community. I felt I was out there all alone. I felt people didn't share. And because I didn't know too much about the industry, maybe because of how I look, maybe because of how I speak, I mean, I have an accent. Depending on what day you catch me, it could be pretty thick. I thought people just didn't want to share because of how I presented myself. Anyway, I look internally instead of externally, like all of us, because when you're not sure what to do, everything is alerted. Your emotion, the way that you feel, in walking away, you're wondering, did I do something wrong? Because I went through all of this, I went out of my way once I succeeded in the industry and created community. So today you'll find conferences, you'll find the Thriving Circle community, you'll find so much education even here on YouTube because I want to make sure you don't give up because you don't have the community because it seems so hard to serve and make a difference, but in reality, it is not. If someone with no experience, with no medical background. You know, I came from law enforcement, a mom who had children very early on, still juggling between three schools, okay, because I was wise enough to have them that far apart, could have made my success in senior care. So can you. And I'm here to show you how. So, where do you begin? Your initial phases, community. Find people who are like minded, who want to share, and are providing you with the correct information. There are so many misconceptions out there, and there are people who truly believe these misinformation and they'll pass it on to you, not because they want to hurt you, but because that's what they believe. Once you find community, everything falls into place. In your community, you will find how to navigate the zoning process, which is your next phase. And you're probably like, I don't have a building yet, and she's talking about zoning. Yes, you need to know about zoning before you have a building because zoning determines everything. And people come to me saying, ACA says that I can do this, but zoning is saying that I can't. Could you help me find a lawyer? And I'm like, no, do not spend your time and money finding a lawyer because ultimately the zoning department will win. Unless it's something that is out of the blue, haven't been invented, zoning will always win. And so you'll find yourself spending countless hours and money that you could have used to go elsewhere and achieve that dream, but then you're stuck in the zoning loop. This is one of the reasons why I like to refer realtors who actually are friendly to assisted living structures, have education about how to deal with those zoning situations because I come across also people who buy building for assisted living only to find out that the zoning designation does not allow that. Because there are different factors that affect your zoning, not just the distance requirement, because there is a distance requirement, but then you have the misconception of real estate agents thinking that they can do a Google search and establish whether or not the building is zoned for assisted living or group home in Florida, which is not the correct way of doing it. So, what we found is if you're working with a real estate agent who's not so friendly with the rules and regulations, Florida for assisted living businesses, we help them with the zoning process. And so they can have the proper addendums in place so that if your building is not zoned after we submit the applications on your behalf, and this is something you can do yourself, submit the application, don't just make a phone call, and then your realtor will put the proper addendums in place so that if you are not zoned, you're able to get out of a contract. Okay. After you've established your zoning and you know this is the property that is the right fit for you, you want to establish your business structure. You want to establish whether or not I want to bring a partner in. What will each person be doing? Sometimes I have people that have the money for the property, but then they may not be able to do the day-to-day management, the sweat equity, and they've partnered up with people that will be the administrator, run the day to day of the business, and be able to partner up in that way. And then you establish, okay, when do my research end? Believe it or not, your research have to end at a certain time. You have to find some time to implement. And you will continue to learn as you go through the process, but don't get stuck in thinking that you don't know enough. Chances are you won't know enough. As long as I've been in this industry, as many results that I've brought to my client, literally we have proven roadmaps for everything. Everything senior care related, we have a proven roadmap on it. And clients have been able to find success in it. But I guarantee you, on a day to day basis, I'm learning something else. I'm learning a situation that I'm solving for my client. I'm learning how to navigate different people's personalities. I'm learning that different areas just have a different vibe. And you would think you would get used to it. Just when you get used, you're like, oh, I've licensed people in this area before. Only to find that there are new staff now. There are new things that have to be done. Things have changed. The vibration of that area is now different. So get comfortable with learning and don't let that stall you. Don't let that delay you. And remember to hire people who are able to help you. It's okay to need help. I hire mentors all of the time. When I want to do something, I find out who's doing it and who has done it well, and then I hire them to teach me because this helped me get out of that, oh, I don't know enough. I need to keep researching loop, and I can actually learn what needs to be done, save my time, save my money because it's taking me so long to actually begin to implement. Meanwhile, you're not moving forward, you're not implementing. And I can focus on the areas that I'm really good at, and I can have someone hold my hand and help me do the thing that I want to do. So, how do you know you don't need to know everything? When you feel so overwhelmed, when you have a whole bunch of notes that you don't even know where to begin. This is when you say, okay, I'm going to stop it right now. Let me find a mentor that can help me. Let me reach out and ask for a resource. Don't feel shy. Send an email, ask for it. We'll share it with you. Focus on the things that only you need to focus on. Establish your business name. Have the proper people in place to help you and get to the point where you say, I know enough. Is this really about research? Because a lot of times we bury our fears into research. We bury our fears into, let me read another book. Let me do some more research. If you didn't know, I'm talking about myself. I don't know how many times I used to just bury myself in research, bury myself in learning more, reading another book, finding another strategy before I implement. when in reality, I was just afraid. And it's okay to be afraid, it's human behavior. But let's implement while we're afraid. How about that? Is that a challenge that we can go on together? Because this year, I want you to actually achieve this goal of owning and operating your ALF. Or at the minimum, you know who's going to help you do what, you know where you need to go. You're not in an endless loop of research, and you can begin to implement. So, three big takeaways from this video. Put yourself in the environment that you want to be in. Don't get stuck in the endless loop of research. Get comfortable knowing that you've done what you could. Hire the people who can help you and begin to take steps. Knowing the difference between burying your fears into research or needing to know more information. Are you actually stuck? At some point, we have to take action. And I believe you can do it, and you deserve to do it. Your seniors are waiting on you. You are waiting on you. Your income is waiting on you. Your time flexibility is waiting on you. And you deserve to do it all together. If you are new here, I'm Carlene Cadet Francois. I help busy professionals convert buildings into thriving assisted living and group homes throughout the state of Florida. If you found this video helpful, please consider to like, subscribe, and share it with someone that will find it valuable. My next video will help you determine if assisted living is the right type of business for you to serve. Click the link and I will see you in the next one.